Good morning. It is December the 7th, 2016. Time to kick off another trading day. And the Globex market found buyers against 124.12. Yesterday we left the market hoping to buy 9s to 13s. The Globex low was 13. And you can see right here that this 10-12 letter ledge held up. And the market's trading up right now. We probably have ourselves a move out of the middle in London in the end period. So we're trying to trade higher. The E-mini traded at 22.13 last night. The high is 22.13.75, and so far it's held. If we can't take out the 22.13.75 number and the E-mini starts to sell, I imagine our markets will get stronger. The big news in front of the market right now is tomorrow's ECB rate announcement, and no changes are expected in the rates, and the market is saying they're going to extend their QE program by 6 months minimally. German industrial production was down quite a bit. They're looking for plus 0.9. It was up, I think, 0.3 only. And yesterday's German factory orders was a big miss. So the news coming out of the EU is mixed to a soft economy. Great Britain's manufacturing industrial production was down quite a bit. So I don't think the European Central Bank is in a position to raise rates. Monte Paschi, if I pronounced it correctly, is going to be bailed out by the state. Taxpayers take another hit to their wallets, and that's the way it works. It'd be nice to see some of these rich bankers that have led some of them outlandish lifestyles have to kick back. I'm not saying put them in jail, but show some responsibility and have to kick back some of the money. Hadn't happened here, didn't happen here, probably won't happen there. And why is that? Because of their ability to instantaneously write a check or finance elections for politicians at very, very favorable terms, not available to anybody else in the economy. So right now we're pointed higher. I think the issue is which way is the E-mini going to go? The E-mini rallies, I believe we'll probably find sellers. So right now resistance starts at 24. So 23.27, sell 1. 31 to 03, sell 2. On the buy side, we're currently at 22. Breakout came at 17, so 13 to 17, buy 1. And 5 to 9, buy 2. I think the ECB announcement tomorrow holds treasuries in check. Looking at the 30-year, similar situation. We've got this last rotate up stopped at 51.08, so resistance is at 04 to 08. So 11 to 15, sell 1. 23.27, sell 2. On the buy side, last rotate down stopped at 25. We broke it out at 28. So 2024, number 1. 13 to 17, buy 1. 1 to 5, buy 2. God, I hope basketball season, and I'm not a big basketball fan, is better than football season. It's really hard to watch college football, unless you have something, I think unless you are a member of that tribe, is really hard to watch because of the inconsistencies and the screw-ups, missed assignments, and you very rarely see missed assignments at the pro level. People do get beaten, but God, I just been really hard for me to watch. Tennessee has just been choke city, and then they play out of their minds, and tired of it. Don't want to watch that anymore. So, professional football games have been pretty tough to watch. Not a lot going on. A lot of ineptitude, a lot of parity when you get right down to it. Okay, resistance starts at 77. I think we're in a position to get stops above yesterday's high. So first sell 78 to 80. Then 83.85 for sell 2. On the buy side, the breakout came from 72, so 70.72 buy 1. 65.67 buy 2. So I'm going to get back into my reading schedule. Television. Very rarely do I watch a television show when it's all said and done and over and say, God, did I really spend that amount of time watching that show? So it's back to reading or other things of more interest to me. Break my tenor sax out and become reacquainted with it. I usually don't do much in the summer. Given the sad state of affairs at Tennessee football, I've probably become more diligent in my practice. And again, it's just hours. I sit there and look at the 5,000 to 10,000 hours required to master this one. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I can see maybe 500 hours over the course of a year, but it takes more than that. Okay, the euro, we were hoping the other night to sell 108, didn't quite get there, so 107 and a quarter, I believe, was our buy last night. 107 even was our buy last night. We did not get close to it. And we started up, so 750, just where we were yesterday. 775. And on the buy side, 715, 725, buy 1. Give them a little wiggle room, and 107, buy 2. Crude oil. Cushing drew 2.1 million barrels last night. Gasoline built and heating oil built. And the big comments about the APIs with the 4 million barrel build at Cushing. That doesn't play. The headlines play. Now, the build at Cushing has a lot to do with where people move crude oil and how they move it. So it's just headlines. So the APIs drew. I would expect the EIA numbers to show a draw in crude oil and a build in products, and we'll see if that happens. We came in last night wanting to sell 51 even, 51 and a quarter. That was the call. Still looks good to me. Then 51.50, 51.75. For those of you that can trade London time, or who are very patient and understand how to put in OCO orders, the overnight session offers fabulous potential. And it really actually, the best way to keep your hand off the mouse is to go in another room And so falling back to sleep is not all that bad. Sell 51, 51 and a quarter, sell 51.50, 51.75, buy 50 even, 50 and a quarter, buy 49.50, 49.72. And I'm looking for our usual 40 to 50 tick range during the day session as we move into the inventory numbers. Rich Genders does not trade a day to day because everything is screwed up. There are good trades. But it is a different trading style today than it normally is. And Rich has learned over time that it does not pay to play, or for him to play, on a day like today. And the reason for that is when you look at it, the trading strategy that Rich developed is for a go with market, an extreme example of that. Crude. That means you give up a lot of trade location on entry. The market's already turned significantly. You're working off of higher lows or lower highs, and you need that extra range and volatility. So if we come into the day session of crude oil and we're only looking for a 40 to 50 tick range as opposed to 100 to 140, that takes away a lot of the juice or froth that his methodology requires to make money. Okay, resistance is at 1375, so 13s to 15s sell 1, 19 to 21 sell 2. The market is pointed higher longer term. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Right here's the high that has to come out. That's 22.1375. The high in the overnight session is 22.13. 5 to 7 is going to be our first support. So we'll let them get stops beneath 5. So 4 to 6, buy 1. And then stops below 2299 to 01, buy 2. No news to drive today's trading, to kick things off, to stir things up. So we might be looking at unfortunately, at a 6-handle trading range for the first couple hours. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get stuff up and posted and published, so I'll be back with you as soon as possible.